Hey everybody, welcome back to Cooking with James. I'm your host James. Now if you're new to my channel, please think about subscribing if you like the content, hit the bell for notifications to get all my future videos, give a thumbs up, and leave an awesome comment at the end of this video. Now today we are going to be doing a great one, actually one of my favorites, and it's beef jerky in the new Power Air Fryer Pro 10-in-1. I'm going to show you what meat I'm using, what meat you can use. Got a couple of great marinades, and this is super simple. I love jerky. If you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you like jerky as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so here's what we got. This is what we're going to be using for our jerky today. If you can see here what it is London broil, part of the top round. And I'm using this because it was 4.5 pounds for $12. The price of meat right now is ridiculous. Normally I do like an eye around. You can use eye round if you want, top round, bottom round. You know, you want to kind of get the meat that has, you know, it's not, doesn't have a lot of fat in it. But anyway, so that's what we're using today. So I'm going to go ahead and unpackage this and get it out and cut it up and show you how to do that. Okay, so we've got the meat that we're using out. You can see how thick it is. That thing's well over an inch thick. Perfect size to make these cuts that I'm making. Now I'm going to show you how to trim this thing up into what you need to do. So first of all, we're going to get rid of this fat over here on the end. Just a rough cut to get rid of this over here. And I won't be throwing that stuff away. I'll be using a little bit of that fat. But anyway, with this, what you're going to want to do, now it's the perfect thickness this way, so you just want to make your strips between 1/4 of an inch to 3/8, I guess, of an inch thick is what you're going to want. So I'm going to make a few cuts here, and we can kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Oh yeah, this is looking absolutely perfect. And also what you want to do before cutting, I stuck this in the freezer for about an hour just to firm it up a little bit. Just makes it a little easier to cut into. Yeah, it's super cold. So anyway, that is the size of the meat here that we're going to be using. So as you can see, it's, you know, about 1/4 of an inch or so thick. And that's what we're going to be doing, and we're making all of these like this. So that's super easy, or that's it actually for cutting up the meat. Just keep on doing that, and then I'm going to cut the rest of this up, and then we're going to show you the marinade that we're going to use. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you the marinades that we're going to be using today. And you guys have probably seen these before, but maybe you've never used them together, but it's so good. Grill Mates, mesquite, and the Montreal steak. We're going to be combining those together. Now, what you're going to want to do is, there's instructions on the back of this, which each packet calls for 1/4 cup of oil. We're actually only going to be using 1/4 cup total, and then it's 1/4 cup of water, so we'll actually be using 1/2 cup of water, and we are not going to be using the wine, which is on the Montreal steak. We're going to be using the wine, so it'll be 1/4 cup of oil, 1/2 cup of water, and then add both of your packets of seasoning. Okay, so I got the oil, water, and the seasonings in there. And the last thing you want to add is a little bit of liquid smoke if you want. I just like the smoky flavor. I'd say about a teaspoon of liquid smoke. I'll go ahead and get that in there. Gives a nice little smoky flavor. Good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and whisk it up. All right, so our marinade is good to go. We're going to grab a Ziploc and be right back. Okay, so I just got a Ziploc bag here. It's pretty decent size. I think it's a 1 gallon bag, but whatever it takes. I got actually I cut up about 3 pounds of this meat, so we're just going to get all this meat right in here. Oh, it already looks like jerky, and that marinade smells absolutely amazing. So get it in there just like that. We got our marinade over here sitting to the side. Go ahead and dump it all in. Get all of it in there. Okay, so we got the marinade in with the meat, Ziploc. Go ahead and just smash it around, kind of get that marinade everywhere. Now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and start zipping this. Now you can use a bowl if you want. It's not a problem. I just find it easier to use a Ziploc. Do it about 3/4 of the way. And what we're going to do is actually get some of the air out of this bag so that juice gets all over. So called burping. I'm gonna burp the bag. Get as much air as we can out. All right, I think we're good to go. Seal it up. And we got our marinade and our meat. Now, while it's in here, just go ahead and get that marinade everywhere. Yes! Oh man, I can't wait for some awesome jerky. Really, really get it all mashed in there. All right, so from here, we're gonna go in the fridge. I'm gonna bring it back up top for a recap. See you in a minute. All right, so that's how easy it is to prep this. Super easy. Cut it up, marinate it, and now I've got the bag here, but it is now going into the fridge. I'm doing 24 hours. The bare minimum, you know, 6 to 8 hours is kind of the bare minimum, but you're not gonna get all the flavor. 18 to 24 is the best. Even longer is better. But I'm gonna do a 24, it's gonna sit in the fridge for 24 hours, and it is 12 o'clock. Afternoon, 12 o'clock right now. So I will see you guys tomorrow at the same time. We'll get this stuff air fried up and get some awesome beef jerky. See you then. All right, we're back and it's been 22 hours. Took about a couple hours early, that's fine. The longer the better, but I want to get some jerky done. So here's the bag we got. And what you want to do is every 6 to 8 hours or so, give that bag a good mixing or something like that, just to make sure the marinade's all over the meat, so everything gets marinated well. So let's go ahead and take it to the next step. Okay, so from here, go ahead and take your jerky, grab it here, and dump it into a bowl or a plate, or actually you can take it right out of the bag if you want, but I just find it easier to put it on something. And oh my, that smells absolutely phenomenal. All right, so got our bowl there. Next thing, just got a regular baking sheet here. Go ahead and put some paper towels down. Couple things of paper towels, and then there, all we want to do is just take our jerky. Look how that turned out so far. Nice and marinated. That is looking amazing. Yes. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and put them on here one by one. Okay, so this is what we got here and what it's looking like, and it smells absolutely amazing. So from there, we're just gonna take another paper towel and go ahead and just start. I got a bunch more here. I'm gonna repeat this process here. So I'm just making sure to get all the jerky, as dry as you can. We're just trying to get some of that marinade off. So get a paper towel, just go over it, and because we don't want to put the jerky in there wet. So super simple. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this, and then we'll take you to the next step. Okay, so I actually did all the meat, and actually what you could do is take a napkin, put it on top, and just press down to dry. It actually is a little faster. So we got them all pretty dried up. I mean, you're not going to get all the moisture, but just as much as you can. And then we're going to go ahead and put them on our air fryer racks. I already got the racks done, but get them on there so that they all fit. And don't be scared to overlap just a little bit if you need to. Not a big deal, but yeah, just go ahead and get them on there. We're going to get them all on there. And they're gonna look just like this. So go ahead and get them on all your racks, and we'll meet you at the air fryer. All right, so we are at the air fryer, and we've got our racks here, and yeah, that's gonna be some really good jerky. So I cut about 3 pounds of meat, and I got all of it on except for about 5-6 pieces. So it's almost 3 pounds of jerky on here. So all we're gonna do is open this up. Each rack, there's 3 racks here, so go ahead and just put them in on each rack, just like that. We're gonna close that up. I'm gonna zoom in here a little bit for you, so how close we can get, so I can show you. We're just gonna hit the power button. All right, we're gonna drop this thing down to, well actually we're gonna hit, there's a little orange, looks like an orange right here. We're gonna hit that for dehydration, and then we're actually gonna go up to 160 degrees, and then from there we're just going to set it. Takes about 6 hours, but we'll check this actually in about 2 hours and show you what we got. So see you in about 2 hours. All right, so it has been, as you can see, 2 hours and 1 minute. So 2 hours and 1 minute. Anyway, what we're going to do now is go ahead and just rotate these racks. Let's take a look at what they look like so far. Yes, already starting to look like jerky. So, bottom to the middle, middle to the top, top to the bottom. So middle to the top, is it? Yep. And then bottom to the middle, and the one that was on the top, we'll put that one right on the bottom. All right, cool. Go ahead and we're just gonna it'll pick right back up where it left off. So we'll actually check it in probably another 2 hours and see where we're at. Okay, so it has been 2 hours. As you can see, 2 hours is remaining on the timer. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got so far. Jerky. We are going to need 2 more hours. We're going to do the same rotation. I took the top rack off, so middle rack to the top, bottom to the middle, and what was previously on the top rack, we will put on the bottom rack. All right, so we're going to pop it in, and we got 2 hours left. It's going to resume, so we'll see you when it's finished. Okay, it's been another 2 hours. As you can see, it says off, so 6 hours total dehydrating. Beep, beep. Let's take a look and see what we got. And oh yeah. This is some awesome beef jerky. Yep, and I can tell it's done. Let's go ahead and take it to the cutting board and take a look at it. Okay, so this is what we ended up with. Some awesome, amazing jerky. If that don't look good to you, I don't know what is going on. And the reason how you know it's done is, so you want the jerky, see if we can get a nice good picture. There we go. You want it to actually to break, you know, like this, but you don't want it to snap off, and then you don't want it to just bend, you know. But yeah, you want that little, it's, you know, little snap, little, yeah, little crispy. That is a perfectly cooked piece of jerky. Let's bring you up top for one last taste test. All right, so we are finished with some beef jerky. I've already been chomping on it, but you know, you've seen a picture already, but got to get you in here. I mean, this is just, yes, some awesome jerky. And got a nice pull. Nice, everything. That jerky is good. You have to try it now. If you don't like the smoky flavor at all, you can take the liquid smoke out and just use those 2 marinades, or you know, either one of those marinades. But this was an awesome recipe for sure, so you've got to try it. Absolutely. So that's how you make jerky in the new Power Air Fryer Pro 10-in-1. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this jerky. Well, I mean, hopefully it'll last a day or 2. I don't know. I love jerky, but yeah. With that being said, we'll catch you on the next cook. Thanks for watching.